dive into some unique and magical ways that you can nourish your soul by implementing a little bit of witchy self-care into your life. I'm Anya, and together we are building a community of yoga witches, which are a group of individuals dedicated to healing through yoga, magic, and witchcraft. I know I don't need to tell any of you guys this, but self-care is so important. It really is though. While hustle culture is starting to die off a little bit, some of us don't have a choice. The hustle is always there. This hustle is real. And we are constantly plagued by the never-ending to-do list. There's always something to do. There's always, we gotta push, we gotta be more productive. We gotta do. But here's the thing. You can't pour from an empty cup, witches. Self-care is not so much about, oh, do I look pretty today? You know, oh yeah, I'm feeling good. Okay, maybe a little bit, but that's not the point. When we are constantly in a state of serving and giving to others, that is the worst thing we can do for our mental health. We are basically reinforcing the idea to ourselves, to our subconscious, that we aren't deserving and everybody else's needs are more important than our own. And that's not true. Trust me, I have been there. Put yourself first. So let's dive right into it. I'm gonna give you 7 tips for witchy self-care. Full moon ritual baths. These are awesome. What's great about this is it doesn't have to be this elaborate ritual where you are levitating from the bath and just soaked in all this divine kundalini energy. I mean, it could be, but let me know because I don't know how to quite do that yet. The ritual is really about taking the time to truly disconnect, to truly dedicate some time to yourself, however that looks like. The whole magic of a full moon ritual bath is not so much about what you're putting in there, it's embracing in the magic and the energies of the ritual. So what I mean by that, as soon as that door shuts and you are taking the bath, disconnect, and every single part thereafter can be a ritual. As you disrobe, take your time, look at yourself in the mirror, honor your body, acknowledge it, touch it. Perfectly imperfect is the way to be. Say something nice to yourself. Now, if you have a glass of wine poured ahead of time, grab that glass of wine and take it into the bath. Whether you are doing a bath bomb or have a whole satchel of herbs and essential oils that you just want to throw in there, do it. Whatever you can do to honor and nourish and pamper yourself. Get some incense, light it with intention, take your time with the process. Also, if you like, I can definitely make a full moon ritual bath idea in a future video with some herbs, a little ritual, a little spell work, you know, something like that, just to kind of get you more into that witchy juju. So if that's something you want, just drop a comment below and I'll put that in a future video. Now, this is the next tip, but you can do this either right after your ritual bath or you can honestly do this every day. So that's why it's tip number 2. Lather yourself and nourish yourself with your favorite lotion. Whether it's something that smells good, take your time with it and rub it on your body and make that connection to your physical self. With the lotion, something I do like to do from time to time is actually incorporate sigils into the lotion. So then whatever my intention of that sigil is, I am literally rubbing that all over me and soaking in the energy of whatever I put into the sigil. Applying body lotion every day after a shower or after a bath has seriously become one of my favorite self-care rituals in itself. It's basically one of those things that it was just one of those extra steps that I never did. And I said, hey, you know what? This is something I can do to myself every day to honor myself, to take care of myself, to nourish my skin, and to literally put love into yourself, into myself. Love on yourself. Invoke the spirit of love and self-care as you're doing so. Now, this next tip has been one of my favorites, kind of an oldie but a goodie for me, and that is spiritual walks. Pull a card ahead of time, whether it's an oracle card, a tarot card, let that be the intention of your walk, if that's what you choose, or just get out in nature, go on a walk and soak in whatever energies are around you. Now, as much as I wish I was living in some dreamscape in the foothills of Scotland, that's not real life, for me anyways, yet. When I had one of my spiritual awakenings during COVID, when there was literally nothing else to do but go outside and bake bread, apparently, the magic of the spiritual walk was just getting out in nature and appreciating what I had around me. There would literally be like piles of trash, on the street and stuff and debris, but I would make the conscious effort of looking and gazing at that pretty flower. And that really helped me stay grounded for my gratitude during COVID. Also, depending on your landscape, you can collect pretty wildflowers. 2 important rules here. Don't take from someone's yard. Do not take from something that is not yours. But if you see a wildflower or something, or even honestly, like it's a little bit of a gray area, but like a gas station flower or something in a parking lot, so long as you're not taking more than you're leaving behind, don't overdo it, then you're okay. And then take the time to, stop and smell the roses, smell it, connect with it, and then put it on your altar as an offering. Do a witchy yoga flow. This can be so simple. Yes, I am going to have witchy yoga flows soon on my channel, but I am talking about the laziest yoga you can imagine. I am talking just plopping yourself into like 5 different poses, holding those poses, comfortable poses, for maybe 5 minutes at a time, flopping over, switching sides, and just resetting your nervous system. Put some good music on, chill out, and just receive. Just be. No distractions. Your only responsibility is to be present and enjoy. Meditate with a twist. You can find some higher self guided meditations. I have a couple on my channel and I would like to do more. Find some of those meditations on YouTube or wherever and allow yourself to surrender to the experience. Higher self meditations are awesome because it takes you on a guided journey that you essentially are filling in the blanks for. Because they take you on a guided journey, they put you in the right spot where then you and your subconscious and your higher self can fill in the blanks and just escape for a bit and often get messages from spirit that you need. This is obviously a great way both to detach from the clutter of the mind as well as connect with divinity. Make sure you light your favorite incense or that favorite candle and just get comfortable and surrender to the experience. At least 20 minutes is an ideal amount of time. Write a spell. Spells are just great ways to flow and get out of your head. I actually have a video here on my channel that makes writing spells super duper easy, so check it out. What's really nice about writing spells for yourself is that these are your words. You came up with this, and then they're yours to keep forever. You can share them with a friend, you can share them online. These are your words, so you're connecting with that spirit of your own energy, of your own divine self, and using that to manifest and meditate and all those awesome witchy things. Final thing is to make an art book of shadows. This is a great way to connect with spirit, to connect with divinity, and to again get into that rhythm of just flowing and just being. Art books of shadows are so awesome for just getting it out there. There's no expectations, there's no nothing. And then what you can do, you can put a sigil in an art book of shadows. You can even just print out a really pretty picture of a goddess or of something ethereal or something spiritual that represents you. Maybe an Om symbol for my yoga witches. Try to do your best and just do a couple things to make it pretty. Throw some glitter on it, maybe a little watercolor, or even some washi tape, or just simple stuff. You can get these things super duper cheap. It doesn't have to be expensive, but it's a great way to relax your mind, to get in touch with your creative soul, and to invite the energy of spirit in there. Now, if you want to go bougie, I have a couple things that I really like to include in my art book of shadows in terms of supplies, so I will link it down below. But seriously, keep it simple. You can find so many things at the dollar store. It's not about buying all the things, it's about using what you have. So there are your 7 tips for witchy self-care. Go ahead, drop a comment below. Inquiring minds want to know, how do you like to incorporate witchy self-care into your routine? Comment, 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 because we are here to share and learn from one another. I want to know what you're doing. I want to get inspired by you. Let's share, let's grow, and thank you guys so much for subscribing to the season of Anya. I am so stoked for where this channel is going, where it's headed, the community we are building together. We are just getting started, baby. So much love, so much gratitude to you all on this journey. I will catch you on the next one.